What? What's this? You're asking? Oh, I'm just listening to some audio cassettes. No, it's not a dying medium. It just went on vacation.
A one, two, three, four. He's Stevious. You wanna see him previous, cause he ain't on the TV down here.
Hey Todd, I was just listening to Orange Cake Mix at the record shop, released on cassette by one of my favorite, most wonderful record labels, Why the Tapes Play. I'm not being biased at all. Todd, I know you're going to be asking me about this bruise here. Essentially, in my line of work, I have to protect the students, especially from themselves, and I got caught in the line of fire within one student and several others. So that's where that came from. But let's not worry about that. The high-pitched noise you hear in the background is the air in our pipes. So when Mom does the dishes, going, Todd, as you may know, cassettes are making a comeback. Not really a comeback, but having a resurgence along with vinyl records, which I think are fantastic. As you can see, I have quite the collection over here. I have Orange Cake Mix at the record shop. And I also have Solid Space Museum. And those are released by Why the Tapes Play Records. Awesome name, right? And you can order those from the Store Envy store. The link will be in the description. I also have Appalachian Yard Art, Feel Good Times. I have the Apropos album. I got this at the Boston Zine Festival. I have Werewolves, What Kind of Pet Defines You. And I believe I also got this at the Boston Zine Festival. Just looking at it now, it looks like a face. I guess it was meant to look like that. I didn't figure that out up until now. But it is, I gotta look it up, I'm sorry. I don't know what band this is, and I feel really bad. It doesn't say. It's the name of a band called We Play Quiet. I figured now that I'm putting it away, it has the name of the band right there. I have cassette 5 of 100. Nice. I also have Tacoma, name of the album, Old Haunts. I also have Signs of Life by the Penguin Cafe Orchestra. Some interesting music right there. I also have the Volume 4 of the compilation from Antiquated Future. Well, I don't see why not. Actually, last but not least, I recently acquired Eleanor Murray's Lost Songs. Todd, after talking your ear off, you told me the other night that you have found a cassette. And this particular cassette you found on the ground in front of your mom's house. You thought that it was interesting because it wasn't labeled, and you didn't know what was on it, and neither do I. So we are going to find out what is on this cassette. It's right here. It's a Sony slide case, high fidelity, normal bias, but it's a 74-minute long tape, but I like it because it's purple. There's no real labeling on it except for the manufacturer, which is Sony, for the actual blank cassette. Looks like it's been played halfway through. I don't know on which side. We'll just say side A. Okay, well, my camera has started making it a habit of cutting off while I'm filming. So I have already started listening to it, and I can tell you what's already on it. I just started listening to Silk, Freak Me Baby, or Freak Me. Before that, No Rain by Blind Melon. And then before that, it was Rump Shaker by Rex and Effect. And then before that, it was Color Me Bad. All for Love. That's what the name of that song was. And then on the other side, when I originally recorded it, and I just heard it halfway through the other side, it was Shy's If I Ever Fall in Love. So apparently this cassette, right, this one right here, is a 90s R&B / rap mixtape. And it hasn't been ripped from the radio or anything. This is somebody ripped this from their collection. I'd like to meet this person who made this, because it sounds a lot like me. And you know what? If I know Todd, he probably held on to this for a long time instead of actually finding it outside of his mom's house. It probably belonged to me. I don't remember, but it could have. Well, then I guess it was a good thing that I didn't play any of the music for copyright reasons, of course. The next song was H-Town's "Knocking Boots." I knew the song, but I didn't know the name of the group, so it was H-Town. Like, I was in an 80s and 90s kid, but some of the music, it's just I never really bothered to know the musician's name, which is a shame, because they created the art, they created the music. Let's find out what the next one is. So, most of these musicians I recognize, the music I recognize except for one. This is taking me back, man. Okay, so the one after Knockin' Boots was that song like, "He's mine, you may have had him once, but I have him all the time." That I'm like, sitting here, I'm listening to it, I'm like, I know this song. I've listened to it before, I've heard it many times when I was younger, but I just never, like I mentioned, I didn't know the musician's name. It's SWV, Sisters with Voices. How did I not know that? Or should I say, how do I not remember that? I don't remember this ever being annoying. Just like fast forwarding to find the next track that you want to listen to. But still, the tangibility, it feels like, you're actually in control of the music. It does what I want it to. And right now, it's fast forwarding. It's the Humpty Dance! It's the Humpty Dance by Digital Underground. That's the next one. Yes! This is awesome. Dude, this is awesome. Okay, so the camera had stopped again. So far that I've been playing, it jumps from the Digital Underground to Eminem's Without Me. Okay, and then it goes from Eminem's Without Me, which actually sounded like it was recorded from the airwaves, from a radio. And I actually listened a little more, and it's, they didn't say what station it was, but probably best not to say. Very awesome mix. Whoever, if you're watching this, which I highly doubt, anyone who owns this cassette, you dropped it, buddy. Probably because it wasn't working anymore, because it stops halfway through. The cassette is just, the tape is, I don't know what's wrong with it really, until I actually go in and check it out. But you probably just tossed it, but man, you gotta give your cassette some love. Seriously. And I love this cassette. It's going into the archives. I'll make a case for it and just call it like 90s mystery or something like that. It's kind of a circle where music helps shape us, or at least it helps us tie certain emotions with certain parts of our time, of our past. Like, certain songs will take me back to a moment where I either first heard them or I identified with the song. And that medium, cassettes, I mean, those were the thing, for me anyway. And then I started, getting CDs, and I phased out my cassette collection. I don't remember how or where or when, but that happened. But they're coming back, and I have myself a fairly decent collection now. So that's my question for you, Todd, and some of the other viewers. Have you had any audio cassettes? And if you did, of what bands did you have them? Or, what was the music that you listened to? Or what were the mixtapes that you made? What did you do with cassettes? And Todd, if you had any cassettes, I would like to know what they were. I remember your very first CDs, which were Mortal Kombat, Soundgarden, and La Bouche. That was some good stuff. My first CD was, if I remember correctly, it was Boyz II Men 2, Electric Boogaloo.